So we're going to talk about 6 tips that you can try right away to stop your bladder leaks with double unders. So grab a skipping rope, and you may want to work through each of these tips one by one just so you can see which ones work for you best. Also, don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you don't miss any new videos. So first thing we're going to talk about is our body positioning while we're doing those double unders. So it can be helpful just to look at yourself sideways in a mirror when we're jumping. I often find we're standing like this, we're running like this, we're jumping like this. We're kind of hanging out forward into our hips, and we're more in a lean back position. And this tends to be how you're jumping up and down. This is not a great way for our pelvic floor to actually work for us. It's not in a great position. So we want to think about tits over toes. We're going to lean ourselves forward so our rib cage is stacked over top of our pelvis. So we're not back here, we're on top of it. So you can also think about at our ankles, doing a teeny tiny 10-degree forward lean at your ankles is really going to take you out of this position and force you to stack your rib cage over top of your pelvis. And this is how I want you to jump. Next, just jump up and down. We often, as soon as we get into our double unders, we start going into some crazy positions. It's great to practice just jumping higher up and down, which is really all your body needs when we do a double under, rather than doing things like piking or really lifting our knees up. Practice doing higher jumps for your double unders just with regular skipping, but practicing getting more vertical with it. And that'll help get you set up for your double unders without doing those crazy pike positions. The next problem you might be having with your double unders is your breathing pattern. If you take a deep breath in, what happens? Do your chest and shoulders rise up like this? Or when you take a deep breath in, does your chest and shoulders stay relaxed because your belly and sides are expanding? What we want to have happen is not have our chest and shoulders rise. They should stay relaxed through here, but our belly should expand in the front and along the sides when we're breathing in. When you're doing exercise, or in this case double unders, you might find that whenever you are breathing, you're breathing only up into your chest and your shoulders, and this does not allow you to use your diaphragm and your core very well when you're doing those. So it's great to practice not only when you're not exercising, but just on its own, is taking some big deep breaths, expanding into your belly, expanding into your sides and your rib cage, and then making sure that you're actually breathing properly when you're doing those double unders. You're not going to be able to think about it with every breath, but at least every few. Can you actually get air down into your belly as you're doing them? Give that one a try and see if it helps you. For a lot of women, doing a burst exhales on your jump can be really helpful to tell our pelvic floor when it needs to engage. Doing that exhale helps to get your pelvic floor engaging at the right time for you if it's something that you can coordinate. So the best way to start practicing your burst exhales is just with your high jump regular skips first. And so on your jump, you're going to practice doing an exhale on it. So just getting the timing right. And once you get more comfortable with that, you can try it with your double under. So give that a try. The 5th tip is to avoid caffeine before a workout. So if you know you're going to be doing a workout that has double unders in it, you may want to skip caffeine a couple of hours before you are going to work out. Having caffeine or other bladder irritants in your bladder when we're jumping up and down is more irritating for our bladder lining, and our bladder is a lot more anxious to get rid of it. And so we might want to skip the caffeine on those days. The last thing you can try if you still need a little extra help getting through those double unders is a pessary. There's different kinds of pessaries that you can get. You can get disposable ones that you can buy on your own and get at the drugstore. These are called Poison Pressa. They come out, they look like a tampon applicator. It is not a tampon, so you insert it as you would a tampon. This is actually what's inside. It's little silicone, the edges are little silicone structures so that it will expand once it gets into your vagina. So the idea behind a pessary is that from inside your vagina, it expands through the walls. So the wall at the front will actually put more pressure on the inside on your urethra. And so that pressure from the inside on your urethra will help to close your urethra during those pressure activities like a double under. So it just gives it a bit of extra assistance. The other kind of pessary you can buy on your own, this is called Uresta. There are other brands that are out there. So what happens with Uresta is you buy a kit. They send you a kit with 3 different sizes in it. They look like this. You can figure out what size is best for you, and that's the one that you use. So this is something that you would insert before you're doing those double unders. You take it out when you're done. You can't feel a pessary if it fits you right. You can't feel it when it's in there at all. The other way is you can go and get a referral and get measured by a doctor or gynecologist and get different kind of pessaries. This is a ring pessary. This is a cube pessary. So these are ones that they will actually fit you for in the office, and then we'll write a prescription for you to get that way. And then these are ones that you learn how to take in and out yourself. So you might put them in before your workout, take it out, give it a wash, and put it back in its case when you're done your workout. Thanks for watching. I'd love to hear which tip helped you most. You can put it in the comments below. I also put in the comments a few links for some resources or more information on the pessaries if that's interested for you. Thanks for watching.